I'm Chad Douglas, continuing our Connect to Congress initiative with Illinois Representative Darin LaHood. Congressman, I would like to know your thoughts on the Trump administration saying it could completely shut down the border with Mexico.
Well, I think I have some concerns about shutting down the border with Mexico as it relates to trade and particularly agriculture products. Mexico is our second largest trading partner, and so we got to think about the financial ramifications of that. However, I think the president is very frustrated. I think a lot of us are frustrated, me included, with the humanitarian crisis at the border and the fact that Democrats won't help us with building a structure along our southern border to stop the flow of illegal immigrants from coming across our border. This is something that the president feels strongly about. I supported him on the emergency declaration. We have to stand up for the rule of law in this country, and so I think the president's looking at all options. He's looking at withholding funding to El Salvador and Guatemala and Nicaragua and other countries that continue to send caravans north, and working with Mexico to make sure we are stopping the flow of illegal immigrants. So I think all options have to be on the table, but shutting down the border should be a last resort because of the financial and economic ramifications.
If that happens, what could that do to West Central Illinois as far as trade?
You know, our state, my district, I should tell you, is the 8th largest ag district in the country in terms of corn and soybean protection. And 98% of the corn that Mexico imports comes from the United States, much of it from the Midwest. But it's lots of other products, and the flow across the border of products by truck, by rail, it's important to have that flow of commerce, and that gets disrupted. You lose that market share, you lose those customers, and they're going to look at going other places. So I think you got to be very, very careful about doing that. And that disruption in the ag community right now is something we don't need, because there is already a lot of anxiety and stress because of the tariffs, because of retaliation, and because of the uncertainty with the markets.
Congressman, big news here in the Midwest is all the flooding we're seeing. What can we expect as help from the federal government when the time comes?
Well, in my district, the Mississippi River is my western boundary, and the Illinois River, and we have had flooding. We continue to watch that. And I was just down in Hancock County last weekend observing some of that. The Senate here is trying to pass disaster relief, which includes flood money in there for the Midwest. That's important. I've supported that in the past. I look forward, when it gets sent over from the Senate, to supporting that. The holdup, I believe, has been Puerto Rico. That's been a big issue to deal with. I'm hopeful that the senators can work that out, and so we can get disaster relief applied to those areas that are experiencing flooding.
We've also talked in the past about the pro-life movement on Capitol Hill. What's the latest with that? Well,
I was proud yesterday to sign the Born Alive discharge petition. I think it's crazy what states like New York and Virginia are doing on the abortion issue. It's really infanticide. And I think, we need to stand up for life. It's something I feel very, very strongly about. And there's a lot of us here in Congress that do. And so I think we're going the opposite direction on this issue. And it's time for us to stand up for babies, stand up for life. And so I was proud to sign that discharge petition. I think we got almost 200 signatures on that yesterday. And I'm going to continue to advocate for life and ending abortion.
Congressman Darin LaHood, we appreciate your time.